but is thrilled for fans everywhere that it's finally back.
There's not a racetrack that's going to give you a better show than Wilkesboro and Martinsville, Bristol, Rockingham, Darlington. Like those old wore-out racetracks put a show on. I'm really glad that NASCAR is now starting to revive some of these tracks and starting to run more road courses and doing things different.
Back live here at North Wilkesboro Speedway, Tim Brown also told me he gives away almost every single trophy that he wins at Bowman Gray Stadium. He told me, look, I would rather make a fan's day and have that be something that they hold on to for a long time and maybe pass down to someone else in their family than to just add one more piece of hardware to my trophy case. Now, ahead in our next half-hour news, we're going to hear from Tim Brown's biggest rival, Burt Myers. He's going to share his thoughts about North Wilkesboro Speedway, the bond with fans, and how his love of Duke basketball when he was a child influences the kind of driver that he is today. Live at North Wilkesboro Speedway, Kenny Beck, WXII 12 News.
Well, we have a few days to get all that rain out of the way.
I know, right?
Because there's a lot going on this weekend.
There's so much going on, yeah, and even all week long there are events. So we are hoping for the driest of skies and the most pleasant temperatures, and we're actually going to have several days that I think are really going to like. Now tomorrow, unfortunately, is going to be quite stormy across the area. This is the view over North Wilkesboro today. You can see folks out on a Monday, kind of gray, right? Occasionally you see some peaks of blue, and yeah, there have been some spotty showers around. We're going to keep some evening showers in the forecast through the late evening, at least a small chance. Temperatures will be in the upper 60s for the foothills and the Piedmont, and will be in the upper 50s across the Triad. You can see some of that rain right now kind of streaming in from the northwest, and this will push through over the next several hours. You can see some light rain around Mount Airy, some sprinkles up toward Galax and Hillsville as well. A little bit heavier toward McLeansville and Burlington, and that will continue to move south and east. The temperatures are being kept down because of the clouds and the rain. You've got 69 in Burlington, 64 in Reedsville, where we're a little warmer in Moxville and Lexington in the mid to upper 70s. 50s in the mountains, Galax right now at 57, and you've got 69 degrees in Elkin. You can see that cooler pool of air thanks to the clouds and the wet weather. That little shortwave trough that you see north and west is going to kind of pivot through overnight and into tomorrow morning. So we have to keep in a small chance of rain in the overnight, maybe even a patchy light rain shower as we start the day tomorrow. Plenty of clouds in the morning. We're close to 60 degrees in the Triad and foothills, upper 50s in the mountains. Next weather system is going to impact us is this area of low pressure with the front that is moving into Arkansas as we speak. There's not been a whole lot of severe weather out to the west today, but by tomorrow we're looking for an area to kind of blossom over eastern Tennessee. It includes North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. And yes, we are in that threat level 2 out of 5, slight risk for severe weather in all of our communities, from the mountains to the foothills to the Piedmont Triad. And this looks to be mainly a late day event, maybe a couple rounds of showers and thunderstorms, one in the afternoon and one in the late evening. We'll have some heavy rain, some lightning with that, but we could also have some severe storms with damaging winds and large hail. Also, the setup lends itself possibly to some spin in the atmosphere, which means we can't rule out an isolated tornado threat with any storms that do develop as well. So here's the lunchtime tomorrow, and you can see some showers and yeah, maybe a little bit of thunder developing. It's kind of spotty into the afternoon and into the evening, but we'll definitely have some storms around in that 3 to 6 o'clock time period. And then we'll see another line that comes through with the actual front, and that looks to be anywhere between 8 p.m. and midnight. And then we'll see things get a whole lot quieter by Wednesday morning. So you look at the Piedmont forecast, storm chances again go up late afternoon, early evening. That's our best chance. And then again for the late evening, high temperatures about 81 degrees. It's windy tomorrow. Southwest winds at about 10 to 15, maybe even 20 miles an hour ahead of that front. 80 degrees in the foothills. We have some storm chances after lunchtime through the early evening, and then again another chance late night. North Wilkesboro Speedway tomorrow, Tuesday, practice rounds qualifying and a race tomorrow night. That's for the late model cars. You've got 80 degrees in the afternoon, and remember, there is a chance for severe weather. You need to pay attention. If you do hear thunder, you definitely need to get indoors. In the mountains tomorrow, that storm window in the afternoon afternoon with temperatures that are in the low to mid 70s. Let's have a look at our 7-day forecast, because once we get past that, I do think we'll be cooling off. We've got some low humidity days on Thursday and Friday with temperatures that are in the low 70s. Those look pretty nice and dry with some showers potentially returning by Saturday.
All right, Lainey, thank you. Checking traffic now. Here's a live look. This is Salem Parkway at Corona Street in Winston-Salem. No problems out here at 522. Just ahead, love is an open door. Anna, Elsa, Olaf, and Christoph are now just days away from arriving in the Triad. The best time to snag tickets if you haven't already.
From Burlington to Bermuda Run, WXII 12 News has you covered. Keep up with your local news team across the Triad. Follow Christine Cruz on social media.
Well, it may be mid-May, but a highly anticipated chill arrives in the Triad this week. We are talking about the 3-week run of Frozen at the Tanger Center in Greensboro. The Broadway musical was created for the stage based on the characters we know and love. There are currently 5 productions of Frozen playing around the world, including in cities such as London and countries like Australia and Japan. There are still some tickets available for performances here in the Triad, with tickets starting at $29 plus taxes and ticket fees, and those can be purchased on the Tanger Center website. Officials there say look at weeks 2 and 3 for the best availability.
And we are tracking some rain that's moving through the area right now. This is very light rain. We do have some cooler, drier days ahead later in the week.
You're watching WXII 12 News.
Thank you for staying with us on this Monday at 5 o'clock. Rain is in the forecast for the Triad this week, with some showers potentially having an impact on your plans. We want to get right back to Chief Meteorologist Lainey Pope. And Lainey, what should we expect for tonight and the next couple of days?
Oh, we do have an opportunity for at least a little bit of light rain around this evening. We've got plenty of clouds as well, so don't be surprised if you need your umbrella or rain jacket for a passing light rain shower. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s. You can see on the radar here, most of that activity is up toward the Virginia border and over the eastern part of the Triad. So from Greensboro to Burlington, we've got some light rain right now, and we do have a little patchy light rain too coming in behind that. A lot of this is going to sort of fade out as it moves into our area, so we might just see a few sprinkles. We're going to keep that small chance in through tomorrow morning, though. Plenty of clouds with us overnight and by daybreak. 57 degrees in the mountains, 62 in the Triad. We're more concerned about our storm chances tomorrow with a storm system that's moving in from the west. It will be a weather impact day, especially in the afternoon and evening hours. That's when we anticipate a couple of rounds of showers and thunderstorms to roll through. A few of those storms could be severe. I'll talk more about your risk and the time period coming up.
All right, Lainey, thank you. Federal and state leaders disagree on what's happening at the U.S. southern border after the end of Title 42. But one stance both sides share: more federal immigration reform is needed right now. Laura Aguirre has the latest.
It was a quiet start to the week at many U.S. border entry points. The massive migrant crowds of last week, nearly non-existent after the end of Title 42 restrictions.
The United States Border Patrol has experienced a 50% drop in the number of encounters versus what we were experiencing earlier in the week before Title 42 ended.
Homeland Security comparing 10,000 migrant encounters a day before Title 42 ended, with just 4,200 arrivals on Saturday. Not everyone agrees that a surge has been averted.
They can't predict the peak. CBP said 40% increase is expected with Title 42 gone. That's another 9 million people in 2 years.
A judge's ruling last week temporarily blocked the government's release of most migrants into the U.S. before they have their court date, a move that's stretching resources in several host cities.
We do see that the Border Patrol is full, but we are prepared. We're ready to move forward.
We have finite resources, and we are indeed stressed here in Denver.
The Biden administration is expected to appeal the no-release ruling as some cities join forces to get a sit-down in the Oval Office.
5 of us mayors, including Mayor Adams of New York, D.C., Chicago, and Denver, have joined together in a letter to the White House that arrives today requesting a meeting with the president.
The federal government should get all the border mayors in one room so we can all be on the same page. This is not a Democrat or Republican problem. This is an American problem.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
And we want to take a quick look at some of the big stories we are following here in the Triad today. Senate Bill 20, which bans abortions after 12 weeks, is back on the Senate's calendar after Governor Roy Cooper vetoed it this weekend. The General Assembly's website shows it is set for discussion tomorrow. Republicans hold a supermajority in both the Senate and the House, meaning they likely have the votes necessary to override that veto. The Thomasville Fire Department says it is still looking for the cause of a deadly fire. This happened Sunday afternoon at a home on South Road. Today, authorities identified the person killed as Shirley Cranford. We're told a neighbor tried to get her out of the home but was also injured in the process. And it is National Police Week, and several departments in the Triad are marking the occasion. This includes the Randolph County Sheriff's Office, which held its Blessing of the Badges earlier today. The event is meant as a way for the community to show its appreciation for law enforcement. Artificial intelligence is set to take center stage in our nation's capital tomorrow, when Congress will hold hearings and hear testimony from the industry's leading experts. Christopher Salas is in our Washington bureau with the story.
Get the facts on artificial intelligence. The first thing to know is, what exactly is AI? Well, Merriam-Webster's dictionary defines it as the capability of a machine to imitate intelligent human behavior. Now, we've been using certain forms of AI for years on some level. Like when you start typing something into Google, well, use Abraham Lincoln, for example, and you see how it offers suggestions to finish your thought. That's AI. But what you're hearing about now is generative AI. And this new generation of artificial intelligence can write text. It can have a conversation with you and even make its own images and videos. Large language models, those are programs like ChatGPT, and they can write a 1,000-word essay on Abraham Lincoln in a matter of seconds. To do that, the system draws from huge sets of data that's been inputted by humans. Let's go back to the definition of AI, imitating intelligent human behavior. So while you may end up with an essay on Abraham Lincoln that's well written, it could also be full of mistakes and incorrect information because it's compiling the data in a way that could potentially be wrong. That's because AI systems are not all-knowing and they're not self-aware. They're just imitating what they've been taught. Like all technology, experts say this could make humans' lives easier and more efficient. But also like all technology, experts warn it could be used maliciously, like to scam people and create and spread disinformation. A final important reminder when it comes to AI, like everything you see on the internet, just because it looks real doesn't mean it is. Helping you get the facts, I'm Christopher Salas.
More and more people are turning to dating apps to find love, but it seems that is leading to a new type of revenge. Experts say there is a growing problem of app users reporting exes for anything from documents misconduct to virtual exchanges to get them blocked from the sites. Erin Charaba says it happened to her and believes it started with an unpleasant exchange.
He messages me with some vulgar stuff and then mentions that I did not respond to him on Plenty of Fish. And there was another guy that had asked to go to my house and I told him no. Right after that, within like 12 hours, I found out I was blocked.
Charaba reached out to the site to find out why and was only told she violated community guidelines and terms of use. NBC News reached out to the app for comment but did not hear back. Another app, Bumble, which is owned by a different company, said that it offers additional information if someone feels they've been incorrectly removed. Some users have now taken concerns about being blocked to the Better Business Bureau. Checking traffic, here's a live look at Interstate 40. This is Sandy Ridge Road in Greensboro. Traffic moving well at 5:36. Still ahead tonight, hitting the ice. The Carolina Hurricanes are looking to become conference champs on the way to a Stanley Cup final. Why the upcoming series will be a personal one. And as we head to break, here's a look at how stocks finished on Wall Street today. Welcome back. Tonight, the National Hockey League and hockey fans are inching closer to the conference finals in the Stanley Cup playoffs. The only remaining series, the Seattle Kraken and Dallas Stars, with the deciding Game 7 set for tonight at 8 p.m. That matchup will decide the Western Conference final, with the Eastern Conference one featuring the Carolina Hurricanes and Florida Panthers. A full schedule has not been released just yet. But we do know this series is going to be a very special one for three players. Hurricanes captain Jordan Staal will face his older brothers, Eric and Mark. Canes fans likely remember Eric, who was also a captain for the Carolina team before moving on to Minnesota. And that's not the only connection between the two teams in the conference final. Florida's coach, Paul Maurice, led the Hurricanes for 11 seasons during 2 stints in Raleigh.
Good evening from North Wilkesboro Speedway. I'm Kenny Beck. As crews continue to put the finishing touches just outside the concourse, we are continuing our look at the bond between drivers, racing fans, and historic short tracks. When we return, my one-on-one conversation with Burt Myers.
Tonight it is All-Star Race Week in North Wilkesboro. Events really get started tomorrow, and then the engines really get revving Sunday for the NASCAR Cup Series race. But right now we want to bring you part 2 of our series, looking at the unique bond between race fans and their local racetracks. Kenny Beck is live once again at the track. Kenny?
Hi there, Christine. Good evening. Last half-hour course, we went one-on-one with Tim Brown, 12-time Modified Series champion. Tonight, we are hearing from his rival, Burt Myers.
As Burt Myers and his teenage son Slate look out from Section 25, Row L, onto a quiet track at Bowman Gray Stadium, they can't help but think about the past. Bert's grandfather Billy raced here. In this photo from the late 50s, Billy's arm is around Bert's father Gary. Next to him is Bert's uncle Randy. They raced here too. Now, almost 70 years later, Bert and his brother Jason continue to compete and continue to make memories at this historic little track in Winston-Salem.
Man, I must have been 5 or 6 years old, and I can remember we used to wear the tube socks with the colored stripes. Yep. And I can remember whatever color I had on that week, my dad won. And I remember thinking to myself, I need to make sure I wear these socks next weekend.
About 10 years later, Bert went from being a little boy in his dad's race shop to being behind the wheel himself. Then he started winning races, then championships in the modified series. Today, he remains a fan favorite and says he feeds off of the energy.
You almost feel like when you see Ric Flair being called out on WWE back in the day, where the whole crowd erupts. Some are cheering, some are booing, but the whole crowd erupts. You know, I've been told that me and Tim Brown and some of us are local heroes, and I don't look at it that way, because to me it's just doing something that I love, that I'm passionate about, and I appreciate that gesture, but at the same time, I can kind of understand where that statement's coming from. You know, I grew up a Duke basketball fan, and I think about the Grant Hills and the Christian Leitners and the Bobby Hurleys that played for 4 years. And we fell in love with those players over a period of time. And now, like you said, with the portals and transferring and going to the NBA early, you don't get that time to spend with them, to learn them, to know them, to enjoy what you're seeing. So to think about the fact that me and Tim Brown and whoever else has been racing here for 20 plus years, I have to put myself here and think about what it must feel like as a fan watching that same driver over and over and over for all those years. And I think that that's one of the things that's really special about Bowman Gray, is you have that.
Myers has raced modifieds at North Wilkesboro too, and been to races there as a fan. In a way, he says he understands how people there must have felt when racing suddenly went away in 1996.
I think we got a small taste of it in 2020 when we had the old COVID scenario, and we didn't race here. And people in this community didn't know how to act. And there was a certain part of me that didn't know how to act. But for that community to finally get the redemption that I think that they deserve, to have big-time NASCAR racing back in their community is, I mean, they've got to be. I know I'm excited, so I can't imagine how it would feel if you lived a half mile from the racetrack.
Bert went on to tell me there is a passionate fan at Bowman Gray Stadium who made him a giant wooden number 5, painted it his signature orange, and presented it to Bert after he won his 5th career Modified Series championship at Bowman Gray Stadium. That same fan has since given him a big number 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. As Bert continues to win titles, all of these numbers are now on display in his race shop. Back here live at North Wilkesboro Speedway, getting you ready for all the festivities here over the next few days. There is a race or a practice or both on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here. Sunday, of course, the main event. The big takeaway that we've heard from track officials, the person who owns the track, and folks in the community is please carpool if you can. 4 to a car would be ideal. That is because there are only so many ways into and out of this historic little track. They could have as many as 30,000 fans here for the big one, the All-Star race on Sunday. According to the official All-Star Race website, only off-site parking lots are currently still available for purchase. There are no free lots, but there are free trams and shuttles that will take you to the Speedway. You just have to be parked somewhere else first. You can find the latest information on parking options as well as a look at the racing schedule right now by scanning the QR code that is up on your screen. Take out your smartphone, your tablet, whatever you have. This will take you straight there to our complete All-Star Race Guide. You can also find it on the free WXII 12 News mobile app and the homepage, the mothership, WXII12.com. And before we go, a quick reminder, we do have extended coverage here from North Wilkesboro Speedway, an hour-long special. It airs from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock tonight, only on WXII. It is called Back on Track. Racing returns to North Wilkesboro. You can look for me, Sports Director Lauren Walsh, and Sports Reporter John Johnson, speaking with local folks in this community, talking about what it means to have NASCAR finally back after a nearly 30-year hiatus. Live at North Wilkesboro Speedway tonight, Kenny Beck, WXII 12 News. Christine, will send it back to you.
All right, Kenny, thank you. Well, as far as our own cars are concerned, what time do we have to start running to it if you don't have the umbrella? Because the rain is coming, right?
It is. We've got just light rain around tonight, but we've got some heavy downpours in the forecast for tomorrow. You're definitely going to want to be prepared. Not only heavy rain, but also could have some severe thunderstorms developing tomorrow. For tonight, it's fairly quiet. It's also a little bit cooler than normal. You probably noticed that out there. There is North Wilkesboro. You can see downtown there with some clouds overhead. Got a little sprinkle action here and there. You notice some of that moisture trying to come out of the clouds there on the screen. 67 degrees right now in North Wilkesboro. Dew points in the low 50s, so it's not terribly humid right now, but we do have enough humidity across the area that we're going to be experiencing those clouds in the forecast as we go through time. Now, Tuesday's storm scenario has us in a slight risk of severe thunderstorms. Piedmont, foothills, and mountains, a level 2 threat out of 5. Storms are developing ahead and along a cold front. So tomorrow afternoon and then again tomorrow evening, we could have a line of storms rolling through. There's the potential for damaging winds, hail, localized flooding. We also can't rule out isolated tornadoes. Now that again is for tomorrow night. For tonight, we've got a little scattering of some light precipitation across the region. So you see some up from Hillsville over to Stewart. A lot of this has kind of been fading out or maybe not making it quite to the ground in spots. So look for very light rain or sprinkles. Burlington south and east, you've got some wet weather. This will start to fade away some as we go through the evening hours. Tomorrow, though, will ramp up with some heavier rains and a chance for severe weather. So that severe storm area, that slight risk area, includes Charlotte, just west of Raleigh, the Triad, and up toward Roanoke. And that means damaging winds are a possibility in this area. There's also a chance for some large hail, especially up toward the Virginia border. And we also can't rule out isolated tornadoes. And you see that tornado zone kind of stretching from Kentucky all the way to Norfolk, Virginia, and includes some of our northernmost communities. So warm front will start to lift our way during the day tomorrow. So in the morning and midday, you've got clouds. You might have a spotty shower. By afternoon, we'll see some thunderstorms developing in that warmer part where temperatures get into the low 80s. And we'll see some of those developing in the afternoon, early evening. And then as the front comes through later on at night, that 9 p.m. till about midnight time frame, we could also see some pretty strong, if not severe, thunderstorms. And then heading into Wednesday, we get some cooler air that's going to start to move in here. And I think Thursday and Friday are going to be probably our best days of the week. At least that's what it looks like right now. We've got windy conditions tomorrow ahead of the front. Southwest winds 10 to 20 miles an hour. High temperature about 81 degrees tomorrow afternoon. For the foothills, we'll see temperatures also climbing up close to 80, and that's when the storms are going to start to pop in the afternoon. In the mountains, we've got a strong west wind. We'll have storms developing by early afternoon and then continuing into late afternoon. Our All-Star Race Week forecast does have dry conditions right now for Thursday, Friday, only a small chance of rain Wednesday, Thursday, and then some showers coming back on Saturday. Let's have a look at our 7-day forecast in the Piedmont Triad. Morning temperatures are cooling off some into the 50s for Thursday and Friday morning, so low humidity for both of those days, and then warming back up into the weekend.
All right, Lainey, thank you. Up next, The Voice goes live. We have reached the semifinals, and now the remaining singers are hoping for one more chance at being crowned this year's winner. We've got your preview of the big night. Checking traffic, here's a live look. This is Interstate 73 at Railroad in Greensboro. Traffic is moving quite well at 5:56. Looking ahead is a big night on The Voice as the remaining 8 singers hit the stage for the first time this season. The show is going live as we have reached the semifinals. Mark Barger has a preview.
I'm gonna knock it out the park. I'm calling it out right now.
Yeah. Up until now, all of the validation on The Voice has come from the coaches.
Now I know I belong here. I know that, I could possibly win this thing.
Send me your location list. The next step in pursuing the season 23 crown comes tonight.
Just leave it out there, leave it all out there, and just let the cards fall where they may.
Everybody is raving about your Billie Eilish.
The artists will each perform live for the first time this season.
I'm pretty nervous, but I'm sure I can conquer the nerves.
That is, until Voice fans start to weigh in with their votes.
I want you to sing this song just like that.
It makes you want to do better, so it's just pushing me to work harder, but I'm definitely really nervous.
Viewers will choose all 5 finalists with tonight's instant save.
People are gonna love it. It's gonna be live.
We're excited, we're nervous, and we just can't wait to see what happens.
It's a night with the potential to overwhelm. So one plan is very simple.
Just sing my song and hopefully everybody likes it.
But it sounds so good.
That's why another is preparing
Time is of the essence.
to mix things up a bit.
Just be ready for a high energy performance.
Finding just the right song could put someone over the top.
You just have this crazy range.
To make the top 5, I can't even put it into words how surreal that would feel.
America is about to decide. Mark Barger, NBC News.
And you can see tonight's live show only here on WXII 12 starting at 8 o'clock. Then stick around for the finale of That's My Jam at 10 and our news at 11.
From WXII 12 News, this is breaking news.
That breaking news, there is a heavy police presence on Trade Street in downtown Winston-Salem. Officers responding to a shots fired call near the CVS there. We will bring you more information as it comes into the newsroom. And we're going to talk about the weather tonight. We do have a chance for showers this evening ahead of an impact day tomorrow. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Lainey Pope. Lainey?
Across the area tonight, we have had some clouds and we've had them off and on throughout the day. Now for this evening, we do have a small chance that we'll have a passing shower across the area. The temperature is actually cooler than normal, so hopefully we've been enjoying that in the 50s and 60s. Now you do see a little bit of rain showing up on first warning radar. It's mainly light rain or light rain sprinkles. You see some wet weather over Alamance County right now. That moving to the south and to the east near the Rock Creek community. A lot of this sort of fizzling and fading out as it drops into our areas, so I don't anticipate much in the way of rain this evening. We'll have to keep a small chance in for the evening and the overnight. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, lots of clouds around, muggy, perhaps a passing light rain shower, temps close to 60. We're more concerned about a storm system that's out to the west, and this one not producing a lot of severe weather today, but when it does move into our area, there is a good chance that we will have some showers and thunderstorms, and some of those storms may become severe. A couple of rounds tomorrow afternoon, another in the late evening hours. If we do have some severe weather, the main threats right now look to be damaging winds and hail, but could also have isolated tornadoes. More on that coming up.
All right, Lainey, thank you. For NASCAR fans everywhere, this is a week almost 30 years in the making as the top series in the sport prepares to make its triumphant return to Wilkes County. Kenny Beck joins us live from North Wilkesboro Speedway tonight with more. Hey, Kenny.
Hi there, Christine. Good evening to you. Listen, North Wilkesboro Speedway is a track that predates NASCAR itself. Between 1947 and 1996, it hosted more than 90 races at the top level of the sport. But then the 2 annual Cup Series races here left. They went out of town and instead were hosted by tracks that were newer and bigger. That is until now. It is finally race week. The All-Star race is this Sunday. The haulers are already starting to pull into town, and the fans are already here as well.
They're 3 months old.
Oh my gosh. The dog days of summer aren't quite here yet, but the race fans most certainly are. Jonathan Kennedy drove more than 1,200 miles southwest from New Brunswick, Canada, to be one of the first campers at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Why are you here?
Why wouldn't we be here? This is going to be the greatest spectacle that you'll see. We're hoping anyway. I'm a fan of what they've done here to bring this thing back from the dead for the community. I think it's great. I definitely want to be a part of it.
Jason Gibson got right to work weed whacking his space after arriving from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Why is it a priority for you to be here so early?
Well, I didn't want to miss nothing. I wanted to get here early and get set up and go to the late model races on Tuesday and Wednesday night and see Dale Jr. race again. Hopefully he'll win this time. He got close last time.
On this windy, overcast Monday, we saw plenty of flags, a few more dogs, and some pretty fancy setups. But we didn't see too many people more relaxed than Ben Curtis, a lifelong race fan from Charlotte.
I was at the last race here in '96 and been up here for the late models and the modifieds, and just wanted to be a part of this nostalgic race, and they're doing a real good job at it.
Back here live at the Speedway, we did bump into a few Triad natives here. A lot of them will be coming in later because they don't necessarily have to stay in an RV. They are drivable from pretty close to home to the racetrack here. Spoke with one woman who lives in Thomasville right now. She says her father was a gas man for years and years. He passed away in 2007, and she said this week is about one thing: honoring his memory. We've heard from so many people about just how important this is and all of the nostalgia that this week will be about, and things are only going to ramp up as we get closer to Sunday and the All-Star race. There is a practice or a race or both Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here in Wilkes County. We'll send it back inside to you.
All right, Kenny, thank you. And for more information about the All-Star Week schedule, last-minute tickets, and even parking, just pull out your smartphone and scan this QR code. It's going to take you to our All-Star Race Guide. You can also find it on the homepage of our website, WXII12.com. And we will air our hour-long special called Back on Track. Racing returns to North Wilkesboro tonight. We're going to talk with NASCAR legends and the community about the legacy of the track and its future. It airs at 7 o'clock right after nightly news. The Republican-controlled North Carolina General Assembly plans to vote Tuesday to override Governor Roy Cooper's veto of a bill restricting abortion access. The governor vetoed the bill Saturday. The bill bans abortions after 12 weeks, but does have exceptions for rape or incest or to save the life of the mother. The Senate is scheduled to vote first. If the motion passes that chamber, the House would vote soon after. If one Republican in either chamber votes against it, the bill fails to become law. New at 6 o'clock, a Pinnacle man is accused of sexually assaulting a teenager on Mount Airy Greenway. According to the Surry County Sheriff's Office, David Lunsford assaulted a 17-year-old girl 9 days ago. They found him on the Greenway and arrested him. He is charged with first-degree kidnapping, forcible rape, forcible sex offense, and crimes against nature. He remains in jail on a $3 million bond. A Triad co-op grocery store is closed after it was broken into early this morning. Thankfully, no one was hurt. WXI 12's Joshua Davis is in Greensboro, where he spoke to the owner of the Deep Roots Market.
Yeah, the owner says for a lot of people in this area, Deep Roots Market is a part of their everyday routines that were disrupted due to a break-in.
This is a place, a home away from home for people.
Deep Roots Market, a co-op grocery store in Greensboro, was broken into early Monday morning. Ashley Odom, the market's owner and board member, says she found out around 4 a.m. Since then, crews have been cleaning up the store inside and out.
We're doing cleanup and trying to create a new entrance to make sure that can open up safely and soundly.
Odom says there was only one thing they noticed taken from the building, a Bitcoin machine. Greensboro police say they arrested Daniel Nelson in connection to the break-in. They say he's facing charges including felony breaking and entering, felony possession of stolen property, and safe cracking. but police believe other suspects may be involved. Aside from the machine, Odom says everything else is okay.
Nothing in the cooperative was taken outside of that. No food contaminated, not even touched.
Odom says the community's response has been incredible, with some people even offering to help clean up, a testament, she says, to the strength of the community the co-op serves.
I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate everybody's, prayers and love and support.
And Odom says the co-op's members are working quickly to clean, and once they get the okay from the fire marshal, they're hoping to open back up as soon as possible. In Greensboro, I'm Joshua Davis for WXII 12 News.
Joshua, thank you. A woman who died after a weekend house fire has been identified. The Thomasville Fire Department found 68-year-old Shirley Cranford dead Sunday afternoon. The fire broke out at her mobile home on South Road. Firefighters say a neighbor tried to help her and was injured in the process. That person went to the hospital, though the extent of their injuries is not clear. A juvenile will be charged after allegedly making an online threat against Eastern Randolph High School. Deputies found the threat on Snapchat Sunday. They searched the juvenile's home today. The juvenile will be charged with communicating a threat of mass violence on educational property. There were additional officers at the high school today as a precaution. And all flags are flying at half-staff today for National Peace Officers Memorial Day. Each year on May 15th, the men and women of law enforcement who lost their lives or were injured in the line of duty are recognized on this day. Individuals, businesses, schools, and local governments are also encouraged to fly flags at half-staff through sunset this evening. In Randolph County, the Sheriff's Office hosted its 5th annual Blessing of the Badges. Community members and law enforcement officers gathered on the lawn outside the Sheriff's Office this afternoon to pray over the badges of all city and county law enforcement within Randolph County. They also offered a blessing for officers who were injured or killed in the line of duty. Law enforcement agencies in Guilford County will hold memorial services tomorrow to honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice to keep us safe. The ceremony in Greensboro begins tomorrow at 11 a.m. at the Phil McDonald Plaza on South Green Street. The ceremony in High Point begins tomorrow at 6 p.m. at Green Street Baptist Church on North Rotary Drive. Guilford County School Superintendent Dr. Whitney Oakley sat down with WXII today to talk about her new strategic direction plan. WXII 12's Maria DeBone joins us live now at the school board office with more. Maria?
Well, this plan comes after Superintendent Dr. Whitney Oakley talked with hundreds of students, parents, district leaders, and employees and community members about how to improve Guilford County schools.
The strategic direction is not my strategic direction or our school system's strategic direction, but really the direction of our whole community, because public education does belong to all of us.
Guilford County School Superintendent Dr. Whitney Oakley said from her conversations with families, they found 4 areas that need to be improved: accelerate learning, recruit, retain, and reward top talent, strengthen health, wellness, and safety in schools, and prepare students for the world.
I think we know that not only the academic, but the mental health burdens that have come up since COVID-19. I think we're going to be dealing with this for decades to come.
Dr. Oakley said the school district recently secured a $14.8 million grant to expand mental health resources in schools and applied for